Am I the a-hole for telling a plus-size woman that I love being skinny? I dread going to my childhood friend's birthday party every year. We moved apart a decade ago, and even though I'll always care deeply about her, we are very different people now, and her friend group reflects this. She has one friend, let's call her Amanda, who, without fail, has to comment on my weight every single time she sees me. You're so skinny. Do you even eat? Does your BF care that you don't have curves? Your legs are like sticks. For the record, I eat plenty. I just have a fast metabolism which keeps me super thin. I keep a strong face when Amanda says these things to me. But truthfully, she's touching on my worst insecurities, and it makes me dread going to these parties every year. I was considering not going this year, until I talked to my mom about it. My mom had what I thought was a great idea on how to deal with Amanda. She suggested I pretend she's giving me a compliment. My mom told me, if Amanda says you're so skinny, just smile and say thanks. I love being skinny. And if she looks disappointed at your response, you'll have proven she was trying to insult you. I thought this was great advice. However, something I had failed to mention to my mom was that Amanda was overweight. I didn't realize this meant I was entering potential territory. Anyway, the dreaded birthday party day comes. And of course, no surprise, Amanda immediately looks at my arms and comments how tiny they are. I ignored this comment. Then later on in the day, we were standing in a group together, and she was eyeing me up and down. She chuckled to herself and says, "God, you're so skinny." And I thought, okay, here it is. Here is my moment. I turned to her, smiled, and said, "Thanks. I love being skinny." And I am completely serious here. She slaps me in the face. I was in complete shock, just staring back at her, mouth hanging open with my hand on my cheek. Everyone was silent. She suddenly bursts into tears and runs out of the room. 2 of her friends chase her. Only one other girl and my childhood friend asked if I was okay, but everyone else was just shooting me dirty looks. I promptly left the party, which sucked cause I had a 2-hour commute and had planned to sleep over. The next day, I was texting with my childhood friend about it. She basically thinks that even though Amanda shouldn't have slapped me, that I was insensitive for saying, "I love being skinny," to a plus-size person. I argued that Amanda has been consistently insensitive to me every party. And I didn't comment on her body, only my own. She told me that it's different because being skinny is socially acceptable, and that Amanda wouldn't usually do something like this, but I triggered her with my insult. My mom thinks I am in the right, but this was all her idea, so of course she does LOL. So am I the a-hole for what I said to Amanda?
First comment. Hello, police. I'd like to report a battery. Literally. That would have been my first move before leaving, and I'd scream my ass off at her until the cops came. She set a precedence that it's okay to talk about other people's bodies, and then didn't even bring up her body, but her own. She's a self-hating fat person. As a fat person, she can go F herself.
Second comment. Seriously, overweight person here. It's never okay to comment on someone's appearance unless you are paying them a compliment. Full stop. Don't we all have better things to talk about anyway?
Third comment. You are not the a-hole. Next time, shut down a bully with this. I know I'm skinny, it's not a secret. Why do you feel the need to constantly comment on my size? You keep commenting on my body every time we meet. I have no idea if you mean it as a compliment or an insult, but I don't want to talk about my body either way. Talk about something else, please.
Fourth comment. You are not the a-hole, and I love your mom. Your mom's advice was spot on. Amanda had it coming with all those rude comments. She just couldn't handle the heat. Why was it okay for Amanda to body shame you? I knew many women in my life shamed for skinny, no curves, no boobs, etc. It's just as hurtful as fat shaming. Period. Shaming is shaming. And you said nothing about Amanda's body, just answered a dig at her own. And just because you had a connection with someone 10 years ago doesn't mean they're meant to be in your life forever. The fact that your friend expected you to just continue to take this person's verbal abuse is appalling. I think it's time to just let this friendship go.
Fifth comment. You are not the a-hole. Why is it not okay for someone to comment on how overweight they are, but the same doesn't go for being thin? Imagine if you would have said, "Oh my, you are so fat," to Amanda every time you saw her. Screw her. Go and have yourself a huge piece of cake and laugh about how you won't gain a pound.
Alright, viewer, so what's your take? Was the narrator's response a harmless clapback to years of body shaming? Or did she cross a line by saying, I love being skinny knowing Amanda's insecurities? And let's not forget, Amanda slapped her. Does that change things? Are both sides in the wrong? Drop your verdict in the comments. See you in the next video. Peace.